僕はこれを自分たちの仕事をつなげたいとは全然思いません。極めて何か生命に対する侮辱を感じます。
That was Miyazaki, director of these movies, giving his thoughts to programmers, showcasing him their AI model. I don't think my feelings about AI will ever be summed up more eloquently than in this one statement. What up, you beautiful jort blasters out there? I have here real drone footage. Now here is drone footage generated by Sora's OpenAI model. Just kidding, you stupid bastard, they're both AI generated. Pretty cool, right? No. It's the opposite of cool. I strongly feel that they need to pass legislation on this right now because this is the worst it's ever going to look. AI-generated photoreal videos has to be the most dystopian thing to ever grace humanity so far. And for people who are hyped on it and are like, dude, this is awesome, I literally think that there is such a distance between us and the way that we think that it could never be bridged in a million years. I hate the entire concept of AI down to its core and the way that it jumped straight to art and creativity instead of doing the stuff we don't want to do. I think it's not just anti-art, but anti-human, and I'm gonna get into why. I'm gonna talk about the three scariest facets of this to me, and that is misinformation, art, and pornog. Then I'm gonna go over all the arguments I always see online for why these AI videos are the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna give my opinions in response to them. And finally, I'm gonna talk about what legislation exactly I think needs to be passed for this to be integrated into our lives in a way that is not absolutely destructive. Let's drop in. Misinformation. I almost feel like anything I say about misinformation in this section is almost redundant because you know exactly what I'm getting at. In the near future, anyone with access to a computer and Wi-Fi can generate anything that they think of in their brain photorealistically and post it online. And yes, there are ways of discerning that it's fake now. Little hand mess ups, background elements, but that shit'll be ironed out by Sora 3 in like 8 months. And these giveaways don't matter, especially when most people's grandparents think GTA 5 footage is real.
God, oh, is he stupid? Boy, that guy needed to get stopped.
Those are the Utah mountains right there, see that?
Yep, there they are.
This is an election year, and let's be real, a lot of young people don't really care about voting these days. You know who loves to vote? People who think that everything they see on Facebook is real. And don't even hit me with, the videos are clearly watermarked. Here's how you solve that little problem. Everyone's always complaining about how there's misinformation, the media is lying and biased. There's fake news flowing around everywhere. And there's stuff going on that the news doesn't even cover. So now this great technology comes around to create a world where you get to question whether every single video you see online is real or not for the rest of your life. That sounds cool to me. That sounds like a good time to me. Now let's talk about art, specifically filmmaking and animation. I mean, goddamn, if you're an animator, it might just be time to pack it in, man. Like, what the fuck is going on around here? Every shitty knockoff animation company and their mother is gonna hop on this. So if you're someone who thinks to themselves, I'd like to sit down and watch an entirely AI generated movie, I want to know, when were you dropped on your head, from how high, and how much brain damage did you receive? As we've already discussed, AI has to train itself on art made by humans, stolen art at that. That means it is physically unable to come up with something new or original. It can only be derivative. There is no world where an AI will write and make a good movie. And if you're like, bro, did you see Madam Web? AI could at least make something better than that. You're so dumb, dude. Why is it so hard to use your brain? First of all, there's something delightfully human in a bad movie. A 0% on Rotten Tomatoes movie is infinitely more interesting to me than the best soulless nothing the AI could come up with. Look, the reason movies turn out bad 99.9% of the time is because studios love to interfere with artists' visions. When artists want to take risks and be divisive, it's the studios that step in and say, nah, we ain't doing that. Because they're businessmen. They don't want to take risks with their money. So when they want to save money and they fire artists and bring in AI to produce a derivative product trained on all these modern movies that you already claim to hate and are led by nothing but the pure vision of the studios, you think that will create good art? But what about the people? Now the powers of making movies aren't gatekept by the artists, screenwriters, actors, those bastards in Hollywood. Now we generate our own movies. Look, dude, To create something that has any value, you have to put in a modicum of effort. It takes time and experience, blood, sweat, and tears. And guess what, dude? You have an iPhone in your hand. Nothing is stopping you from learning the craft of filmmaking except that you're lazy. The best directors in the world didn't make their first feature for millions of dollars. The future that these people want is one in which we all come home from work at the Amazon factory and we have nothing to comfort ourselves with but AI generated content. Art and expression is the most human thing imaginable, and it's one of the only things that makes life worth living. You want to take that away and give it to a computer? Fuck you! Porn. Alright, let's be real. A majority of what this technology will be used for is for perverts to generate whatever they want. Like what we've seen with celebrities so far and the whole thing with Taylor Swift and the generated explicit images. But this will go so far beyond that. God forbid any of you ladies out there have ever posted a picture of your own face to Instagram. Schoolboys are fucking degenerates. What do you think they're gonna do with this technology? And if you don't think boys are gonna harass their female classmates with pictures of themselves, well guess what? It's already happened and is already happening. Now let's add videos to that mix. I want to go over some of the sentiments I always see in favor of AI videos. Number 1, cavemen will always be scared of fire. I always see this online and it's gotta be the dumbest people that say this. Guess what we are? Nothing but cavemen. And we should be scared of fire. This planet is full of morons who don't believe in climate change, don't believe in science, don't believe in the moon landing, believe that the pyramids were built by aliens, and so on and so forth. And you want to take the greatest tool for spreading misinformation ever created and put it into the hands of every caveman on the planet, as well as giving them the tool for destroying all art and human expression for all eternity. Great, yes, AI is fire, and I'm scared of it burning down my village. Next is I can't wait for AI generated movies because modern movies are ass. The only movies you watch are superhero movies and Disney Plus shows. That's why you think all modern movies are ass. Last year was an incredible year for film. You only have yourself to blame if you have this modern movies are ass opinion. Next is now they can't gatekeep art. No one is gatekeeping art from you. You're just too pathetic and lazy to learn a single talent or creative skill. What if it's just natural progression and AI can be used as a tool, like going from actually painting to using Photoshop? There have been interesting things done with AI so far. I mean, look at Glore, but that's still clearly written by a person. They just use the AI to create the voice. I understand that it can be a tool. The thing is, in my opinion, that the negatives vastly outweigh the positives when it comes to just using AI videos as a tool, which most people won't just use it as a tool. They'll use it as that be-all end-all. Yeah, so you won't have to pay anymore for like a clip of stock drone footage. It's still not worth it. Now I want to talk about what kind of legislation exactly I think needs to be passed. First and foremost, it should be entirely illegal to generate any real person in a sexual manner, especially someone you know personally and isn't a public figure. And if you're caught doing it, you'll be charged as a sex offender and will have to tell everyone in your neighborhood that you are a sex offender every time you move for the rest of your life. Next, make it illegal to display any AI generated video without specifically saying that it's AI generated. This one's obvious, but a watermark in the corner is not gonna cut it. There needs to somehow be a permanent watermark attached to the video. Next, we already went through all the actors and writers strike. I think it should be completely and utterly illegal for any studio or production company to use any form of AI generated anything. And I mean anything, not a single background, not a single word in the script, in any form of media they're putting out into the public. Completely illegal. I'm not exaggerating at all when I say that I genuinely believe that if these production companies are allowed to bypass any and all creative labor and use this generative AI video technology for free and make 100% profit off of it on every streaming platform in the world, I think that will ruin everything. People always act like these new technologies are going to come out and give power to the people. They won't. They'll take power away from us. They'll put more money in the pockets of giant corporations, billionaire tech CEOs, and life will just get worse for us. So, yeah. Sorry that this video was a bit of a downer. This is a topic I'm passionate about, want to take it a little bit seriously. I got more videos coming down the pipe. Let me know what else you guys want to see. My next video will probably be the long-awaited Saw Traps Fart Pee. So look out for that. Okay, bye-bye. Love you guys.